right, stock market today. We've been talking about this a little bit on and off. It's been a mess. President Trump once again going after the Fed chairman, Jerome Powell, on social media earlier. He called him a major loser, saying he's been too slow at lowering interest rates and demanding he cuts rates now. All right, Scott Martin joins us on this, Chief Investment Officer at Kingsview Wealth Management. It was one of those days with, everything. Obviously, we talk about the Pope so much in remembering Pope Francis. I didn't really look at the stock market when it opened, and it was going down a little bit. And then Trump said that. We didn't have trading on Friday, but it's been a rough day. What's going on in the market today?
I'll tell you, don't look now, Connell. I mean, what an amazing time. And we've got the Pope passing, of course. We've got Trump calling the Fed chairman a loser. Kristi Noem just lost her purse. I mean, with $3,000 cash in it, which is odd that she wasn't carrying gold at this point. It's frightening. I mean, I'm freaking out sitting right here. I mean, I've got a great jacket on. It's not even doing for me what I thought it would do, Connell. And it's just to show you how we're in this really wicked time of uncertainty, of almost unpredictability. But here's the beauty of it. I still believe this about the whole anti-sell America thing. This market, this economy, and everything that Trump is doing or not doing to it is coiling. It's getting like a coiled spring. And this thing is going to pop off if we get a chance to get out of this cloudiness that we're in. And I think we're going to get there, but it's going to be tough sledding.
What gets us out of it? Because now, it doesn't seem like things are going great with Japan. We're supposed to cut these deals one by one. And to your point, the sell America thing in the short term has been real. People selling our stocks, dollar's been going down, people are selling our debt. So what gets us out of it?
Yeah, I think we need some white smoke, frankly. And the white smoke, I hate to say it, it does. I'm telling you, it's serious. This has to come from President Trump and his cronies and his cohorts to say, we screwed this up a little bit. We're going to change our mind, let's say. We're going to actually make an adjustment. Whatever you want to say, Mr. President. And they have to come out, Connell, and say that we're getting the picture or we're getting a different route.
Well, they sort of did that. They paused the tariffs, but it takes 2 to tango, or maybe 20 to tango, depending on what deals you want to cut, right? So they did pause. They just we haven't heard anything. You got to show us something at some point.
Well, great point. I think there may be retaliation of some of these countries. I mean, Canada, Mexico love us, I believe, still. India wants to still work with us. Germany and the Euro definitely does. China, maybe not so much. But you're right. Nobody has come out and said, okay, we're good to go. Hey, we're going to come do this joint session in D.C. or make some big joint trade situation go on in maybe Geneva, for Christ's sake, and have it go on where we can at least get together with some of these folks and shake the hands, kiss the babies.
Give me a take on tech, if you can. We saw the story earlier. We've covered the Easter egg roll, of course, at the White House.
Beautiful.
And then
you were great in that.
But did you see? Yeah. But did you see? I didn't know whether they always do this or not. I don't think so. But all these corporate sponsors had lined up, a lot of the big tech companies, because it seems YouTube, Amazon, Meta. You see on these guys, they want to make friends at the White House, right? With everything that's going on.
They do, and they know where their croissant is buttered. Frankly, I mean, they know that these places, like these opportunities for the egg roll, for example, are places where they can show up for the government, I guess, and show up for the American people. And Connell, you can't think that there's not going to be some sort of back-end deal there for the tech companies as Trump maybe gets some sanity, please, a little bit more sanity, let's say, where we can actually realize that we're going to move forward here and not keep making fun of people and throwing stones at glass houses and in our own glass house, and then also have these companies that are right there and willing, to your point, Connell, to step up for the American government, for the American people.
What about the American consumer, right? Because everybody's watching all these headlines, and certain times in the economy, headlines like this become self-fulfilling prophecies, and then people slow down and they stop spending, and they watch all the headlines, and they see what's going on with China, and then they stop spending. And the president, by the way, we're told today, is supposed to meet with some retail executives. But what's going to happen to the American consumer as he works through all of this in the next however many weeks or months?
They're going to be frightened. I mean, frankly, as you know, with the consumer numbers, Connell, they're very interesting because with a lot of the consumer numbers, a lot of the higher end consumer kind of makes most of those purchases that make the biggest difference in the data. But believe me, after Biden eviscerated the middle class, we basically put that on 2 planes. We went to basically higher low consumer with the policies and things, I believe. That area, though, still, that middle, whatever's left of the high and the low are obviously not doing the same thing. Like the high is carrying it still. The low and the middle is getting very toughly beaten down because of the prices, the challenges economically. So if that bleeds into the high end, which it will eventually in time, if this keeps going, I think that's a challenge too for the consumer numbers, which I've been obviously defending for years now. I believe in the consumer, I still do, but now it's getting to be on a breaking point, on the brink.
We got to show something with one of these deals. I think in the not so distant future. Thank you, Scott. Have a good one. We'll talk to you again soon.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for watching. Just go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider, and don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.